sunod-sunod.
Sige.
Talagang tayo. Go!
Ano sunod-sunod?
Kung sino gusto sumagot.
Maayo pa si Manong. Pero ganito pa nung... Kanina ka pag-ising nung.
Eh, parang gising ako dyan kasi hindi makatulog, may babarbal.
Sige.
Number 2, Bernal.
Number 4, where are you? Number 1, I am here.
Number 3, wala namin.
Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my vlog. For my 6th birthday, yes, you have heard it right, 6th birthday. You will know later on as you go through the video. I am posting this video of my most unforgettable experience in my entire life. These are the most unforgettable 20 days in my entire life. On July 2012, I went to Basilan in Sumisip in order to teach computer lesson for the out-of-school youth and for those who would like actually to learn how to use the computer and the different softwares that we have in the computer at that time. It was early in the morning of the 11th of July. That was the birthday of our parish priest and the superior of the house, when suddenly we heard some gunshots, and then we already heard some howling and crying of the people. At that very moment, we all know that that's the time that the people who are working in the plantation, in the rubber plantation, are going to the plantation to gather the rubber saps, and they were actually ambushed. And that was the very first time that I saw a person die. That was the very first time that I saw wounds, gunshots, and people anxious, crying, and all these emotions that their loved ones are dying because they were shot. Those were very tense moments, but I have had to be very strong at that time. I was taking the videos and then documenting everything. And actually I was in shock, but I tried to control myself. That was really, really very hard. Really, I don't know, I don't have words at that time. I do not know how to express the feelings that I've been feeling at that time. I think it's just now that I am actually expressing all these things. I don't know. It was actually a mixture of fear. I thought I am going to die at that time already. I was already resolved to die, and at that moment I was not afraid anymore. It's okay if I die, if I leave this world. Well, at least I have seen many things already.
Grabe yun. Sa tabay?
Army.
Army at saka...
Grabe, may may sharpshooter. Tapos may...
May Uzi.
Into 3 ba? No,
Ba,
tira
sila-
mo. Video na no?
Sila ano? Sila...
Ibal?
Oo.
Ibal ka na sa tabangan. Alam ka, grabe. Full pack kayo.
On the 15th of July, we are supposed to go down the mountain and go to the city and cross the sea, go to Zamboanga City for an event and for the renewal of our brother. We were not able to go through because there was this ambush. We know that we were the target of the ambush. Thanks be to God, all our time, our schedule were delayed at that time. So maybe that was a coincidence, maybe a coincidence or a way to protect us also. God was also protecting us at that time. Because if we were on time and we have passed by that area right on time, maybe I am not talking to you right now. That July 15 of 2012 could have been a very deadly day because we were 4 in the car. We were 4 Claretians and our registrar. So there could have been 1 deacon, 2 priests, and 1 student, and in charge of the school would have been dead at that time. Because of that incident, we were not able to go down, and we have celebrated the renewal of vows of our brother in the chapel. That was really very meaningful because you are telling your vows not in a very joyous moment, but in a moment of martyrdom. You are saying that you vow to be obedient to your superiors, to be poor, and then to be chaste in a situation that is very hostile, in a situation that who knows if tomorrow you'll never see the light again, or you'll never see these people again who are there in the church at that time. Seemingly, the things were already okay. But then when we were in the school, and one afternoon, suddenly we were hearing guns. And then we were already counting the cannons that were being fired from 1, 2, 3, until 30, 35, 40, 60. And then suddenly you see in front of you all the students of the elementary school running from here and there because there is already a war going on the other side. And then later on, I have been hearing already the sound of the helicopter. That's why every time, for years, every time that I would hear the sound of the chopper, of the helicopter, I will always associate it with death. I will always associate it with perhaps somebody died and they have to take the body from there and then bring it to the city. And so that's it. Then on the night of the 28th of July, people from every place from of the village noticed that their neighbors are no longer around, so they had been suspicious. So what they did was also to run, and they went to the high grounds and went to somewhere in different places. They have hid themselves in the foxholes because something will happen to the village. And there was this threat of burning the whole village. And so, thanks be to God that the LRC were there to protect us and then to guide us. We were placed in the evacuation center. And we have called it as Elmer Cantolar Evacuation Center. We were told that just in case there will be casualties, it will be here that we will be placed. And this because it was the safest place in the house actually.
Magkakabasagan na. Yung CR mo yung pinaka-last na ano.
Tapos meron si brother na nandun sa kwarto mo. Hindi na namin siya ginising.
Si Brad sa?
Oo.
Si Brad.
Sa katabi.
Nandun sa katabi niyo.
Para hindi niya siya
Hindi niya alam actually.
Gisingin ko ba namin yun?
Gisingin ko po siya kanina. Gisingin ko po siya kanina.
Ano ko yung
Ipuntay ko lang po dito. Kasi po, gagawin namin casualty collection point po yung kwarto niya. Kapag may na-casualty po dito sa second floor, doon po natin yan.
sige.
Yeah.
Tapos yung sa tabi ng chapel nandun pa rin si Manong Carpentero.
But while we were there, instead of having pity or feeling afraid or whatever, we were laughing, and then we were just talking, and then cracking jokes and everything, and from time to time asking the people how they are, trying to check if they're also okay or not.
Try lang tayo.
Wow!
Hindi, huwag mo sunod-sunod.
Sige.
Try lang tayo. 2.
Ano sunod nun?
Kung sino gusto sumagot.
Maayo pa si Manong. Pero ganito pa nung kanina kapag isininom.
Kaya gising ako dyan kasi hindi makatulog, may babarbal.
Sige.
Number 2, Bernardo.
Number 4, where are you? Number 1, I am here.
Number 3, wala namin.
So number 5 ang imong number no?
At that time, I have already sent messages to the general government to give the accounts for the sites, the website, so that they can open it just in case I die. I have already said my goodbyes to the people. Arvin Billion, who was at that time in the seminary, he has opened his cell phone and then place it so that I can hear during the exposition in the seminary, and I was very thankful for that one. It actually made me strong at that time, and then to take the faith, if just in case I would die at that time. I am really thankful to God of that experience, because it has strengthened my faith to Him. It made me remember the summer camp in Betica called Gospel. Give our life up to the extreme, not just only when it is fun, when it is good, when it is komodo, or it is komodo. When there is no danger, when there is no threat, we have to give our life, even if at the time of death, up to death, or till the end, as they say. I'm thankful that I am able to at least experience the way the martyrs have had experience before they died. It made me realize that life is really short. It made me realize that since it is short, we have to do the best that we can, enjoy life. And it made me also realize how much I really love God and how much I am willing to give up my life for the Lord. Well, thank God that that night passed and the burning of the village did not happen. Another place was burned at that time instead of that place. Then the day after, they have tried to extract us from that place. That was the very first time that I was able to ride a helicopter, and I was so afraid because there was no, there was no door and everything was open, because that chopper actually is the chopper that brings the cannon, yung bala sa canyon, and then that's also the same chopper that would take the dead bodies out of that place. It was really hard. Until now, actually, I cannot express everything. Even if we were extracted the day after, 2 days after that one, at the end of the month, even if I was able to survive that those 20 days, I still went back. And when I went back, another thing happened. And I said to myself, I am always ready to die. I told myself that I am always ready to give my life for the Lord, give my life for the people, and then to be faithful to the vows that I have made. So my dear friends, pasensya na kung medyo ma-drama yung video this time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Shout out po sa lahat ng mga friends natin dyan na